boils down to this, folks. It all boils down to this. We have the Copa America final coming up ahead. It's Brazil, it's Argentina. Who's coming out? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with a prediction video today. We're looking forward to the final of Copa America 2021. It is Brazil, it is Argentina, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, well, you big boy, smash your subscribe button, get your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Copa America related, world football related. We're going to do here under one Rooski. That's right. It's the final we wanted. It's the final we've been deserved because the rest of this Copa America has been a bag of shit. Of course, let down originally. It was maybe a 12-team competition. Let it go down to 10. 4 out of the 5 teams qualify. What a bit of a joke, but now it boils down to the meat of the matter. Argentina, Brazil, the 2 biggest nations in South America. We'll talk about that in a minute. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. Thank you for your love. Until then, let's get into the mix. Here we go. We're going to recap, of course, the semi-finals. Of course, bringing up to date with the Prediction League, which pretty much is over. But we'll have a little look at it anyway. Here we go. Of course, the semi-final number 1, it was Brazil against Peru. 3-0 win was my pick. It was only the 1-0 win in the end. Lucas Paqueta on the goals. 35th minute to give Brazil a passage to the final. Up against, though, who would it be? Argentina. 2-0 win was my pick. 0-0. Actually, it was a 1-1 draw, sorry. So that's a bit of an error on my part. Lautaro Martinez, Luis Diaz on the score sheet for Colombia. 1-1 in the end. Penalties it was, though, and Argentina came through. So I've got myself okay. Probably got 2 points out of that, I would say. What about you guys? Well, here we go for the leaderboard for this week and this week alone. A couple of years got 2. We got Iman Hussein, Gaming Charlie, Hansworth, Omar Esquivel, and Shane O'Donnell got themselves 2 points. Alex Weller and the Chasing Pack got themselves 1. Now, I have spent a bit of time and went through all the points again, and I made sure about it. This is the live leaderboard as the moment, as it stands right here, right now. I've gone in, and if you had double names in there, I've combined them in. So it's Iman Hussein at the minute, 19 points. Now, there are 2 points mathematically up for grabs. It is the 3rd, 4th playoff, and of course, it is the final itself. Now, so Iman Hussein and Omar Esquivel are the 2 that are in this one that could win it outright. So Iman Hussein cannot lose it. He cannot lose. He's either going to be the winner or he's either going to be joint winner alongside Omar Esquivel. That is the state of play. I've checked it all out. I'm looking at it right here, right now. There's nobody else. What's gone on there? Get back in there. Wasn't done there. Of course, that's the situation at the moment. So, yeah, that's it. Of course, if you're not in the top 2, I think you're not going to get your t-shirt or whatever it is. But anyway, still get in amongst it, see if you can still finish strongly, and of course, look forward to your picks for this one. Anyway, let's get into the deep end then, shall we? If you want to take part in those prediction leagues, I do appreciate it. This is the place to go. It's Cutley/Copa Final. Of course, if you're smart like me, get the phone out. Take a little bit of picture, just like that. Now, before we give you those final predictions, then, shall we take a look at how we got to this stage. This is a recap of the groups right here, right now. Argentina did top the group, 10 points over possible 12. They were joined by Uruguay, Paraguay, and Chile from Group A. Into Group B, it was Brazil again, topped the group, dropped a couple of points as well. Peru, Colombia, and Ecuador made it through to the trapdoor. Venezuela and Bolivia were the 2 nations that crashed out at this stage. Let's take a little look at the bracket that ended up from this one. Brazil took on Chile, Peru took on Paraguay, Argentina took on Ecuador, and Uruguay took on Colombia. And of course, the respective scorelines right here, right now. 1-0 wins for Brazil over Chile. Of course, the penalty shootout saw Peru go through, and of course, Argentina did get past Ecuador 3-0 to set up a tasty encounter with Colombia as they took part of another penalty shootout against Uruguay, 0-0 in the end. Brazil then took care of business against Peru again. Of course, they played each other in the group stages, and of course, Argentina did beat Colombia 1-1, and of course, the penalty shootout set up this banger right here, right now. Of course, let's take a look at it, shall we? Of course, these 2 nations have played each other, of course, a whopping times over the few years. 25 times since 1974. 15 wins for Brazil, 6 wins for Argentina, 4 draws as well. Of course, the biggest win for Brazil was a 3-0 win. The biggest win for Argentina was a 3-1 win. Of course, in fact, they've only scored 23 goals compared to Brazil's 46 over the course of time, which is a 1.84 goals game ratio for the Brazilians on this. 0.92 goals scored by Argentina. They come into this, though, Argentina winning on the 5 on the spin, 92% form for them. As for Brazil, also 92% form, but they've also picked up a draw in the last 5 matches. Of course, the last time around that these 2 sides played each other was a 1-0 win for Argentina. It was a friendly back in 2019. Last time a game of importance between these 2 sides was a 2-0 win for Brazil in the Copa America knockout stages semi-final, which of course Brazil went on to win it anyway. So what do we think about this one? Quickly, the bookies odds on this one. We have 20-24 Brazil, 14-5 is your Argentina, and 11-5 is your bloody draw on this one. For me, though, of course, I have tipped it from the start. I wanted Argentina to win. I thought they could win. I have actually been convinced even further still that Argentina are going to win this one. I think Brazil have been a little bit lucky. A couple of 1-0 wins. I don't think they've been playing to their best. And again, Argentina were a little bit lucky to get through on that penalty shootout against the very, very nervy Colombia, of course. But I'm going to go with my gut on this one, and my gut says a 2-1 win for Argentina. And if I'm right, I'll tell you a little bit about that. Again, make sure you get your picks in for it. This is the place to do it. Copa America final, of course. But if I'm right, it will be the first bit of bling that Lionel Messi can grab a hold of in an Argentinian shirt, of course. They have won it multiple times in the past, but he has yet to get his hands on it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this one. Will it be his day? Will it be Neymar's day? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Neymar, of course, won it last time around, or has he? I think there was rumours that he also wasn't in the squads when, of course, they've won the Copa America. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about that. Is it Messi's day? Is it Neymar's day? Of course, we've had a up and down, hot and cold kind of tournament. It does lack a little bit of punch to Copa America. They need to kind of spice it up a little bit. The Gold Cup, I know they did plan on having guests, Qatar and, of course, Australia, of course, pre-COVID, but that all got a little bit messy in the end. But yeah, it needs a little bit of something to revitalise it. It looks a bit too easy for the likes of Argentina and Brazil to go through. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, please, down below. Look forward to seeing what you got. Until then, come on, Messi, bring it on, bring it on, bring on the bacon, and of course, become an international legend for Argentina. But until then, we are donezo.